teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Now Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by a 1st-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Love now to pass on 1st down.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. To throw again on 2nd down. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Love from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson.
And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
2 yards is the pickup, and the Bears are going to get a first. Here's Love. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 44 yards.
I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Right back to Mitchell here.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have the 49ers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
First down, here's Mitchell.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Throwing Jones. Taking a shot for Samuel. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Nick Bosa, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Jones. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Dillon.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw now. Here's Love. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing. Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Love.
He's got Anderson on the slant.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They run with Hines. They juked him, and he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Love looking to throw it. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Love with a give to Dillon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To pass, here's Jordan Love, and Anderson's got it.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Throw left side complete. That's Hines.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On second down, Dillon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They'll run here with Dillon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On play action, Love to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Ian Thomas, a 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Right now, they're in some uncharted waters, Charles. They haven't been facing deficits like this season. We're going to see what they're made of.
And I think the easy thing right now is for us to discuss how the home crowd can help them, carry them along. Bottom line, though, they've got to make plays to get the crowd back into it, to help them with the rest of their game. That means best players got to make those big-time plays right now. They need them in a big way.
They fought so hard to be here at home for the conference championship game. See if they can propel themselves to the Super Bowl. Give them a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That's the gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Off play action. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That was a corner blitz, and it was Kyler Gordon getting in there for the sack. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Love. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. First down, going to the air with Love. Here's Johnson with a reception. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
All start.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Love now.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Again, it's Love. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Deontay Johnson
From 3 yards out.
And the Bears continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Jones throwing to start the drive. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones.
Hauled in over the middle by Rager.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Another run with Mitchell.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looking to throw. Jones. Able to find his man, John Phillips.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Now Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ross. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man, Samuel.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Here's Love. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Tennessee Titans who are heading to the Super Bowl for just the 2nd time ever as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears, for the Seahawks. And they had success all season throwing the football. No reason for that to change in the playoffs as they've continued to move the ball.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
Meanwhile, for the Niners, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
And the Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And firing a deep ball for Kmet.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun. Love. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Running the toss here to Dillon.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
His size, he's a tough man to bring down. They do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing. Love. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ross. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Fielded at the 43. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Dillon will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Dillon again.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
They'll run for it with Dillon.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
A.J. Dillon
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. That's Samuel, caught left side.
Complete to Deebo Samuel. It's a gain of 9.
From just shy of midfield, Jones completes it to the tight end Kittle. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 12.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Mitchell looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Jones checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, that's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile, we do have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This one taken just inside the 10.
Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Love. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
18 yards the gain for number 18.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Dillon up the middle.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Love. That's complete right side to Komet.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Love now to pass on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. The pass underneath, here's Hines with it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third and long for Love. Finds Hines again for the completion.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Niners set to take over on offense. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Now Jones.
That'll be caught. Rager with it.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete to Rager.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
On second and very short, Jones.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Niners on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, and the ball is knocked out. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to champions have come and gone. Who will claim number 60 as we're off in the 2026 Super Bowl?
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Here's Love looking to pass on the first play.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, and a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
So here comes the Titans offense. They'll start with great field position. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carter. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Back to throw is Carter. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's caught over the middle. Hooper.
And he will have a Titans first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Carter. He's got it. Touchdown. Derrick Henry from 13 yards out.
And the Titans are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. From the 30 on 2nd down, Love. And this is caught by Watkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, and the ball is loose. Dillon lost it.
It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Henry running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears now ready to take over again. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. Forced out to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Now it's Hines. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Love from the gun. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way next. 7-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Carter now from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Carter. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now Carter. Off the play fake. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Love now. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on it.
Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the... So a good decision there by Mike Vrabel. They correctly contest that call. Love with a give to Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Dillon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Love. He'll check this down to Hines. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Love. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. And his throw is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Hines. Good footwork at the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
All start.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing, Love. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll try and run the option left side. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. On 2nd and 7. Love. Escaping. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. 3rd and long for Love.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, it looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And Woods has it complete. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Operating from the gun, Carter. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Carter over the middle into the hands of Burks. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going back to Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Working out of the gun. Love. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So it's halftime. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Glenn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They keep it with Henry on first down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Again, it's Henry.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Henry again on second down.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And the busy night for Henry continues. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. And that is no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They begin the drive with Hines.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Love, they go play action now.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. This is Hines. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw now, here's Love.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
They give to Dillon out of the gun.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
On second down, another run for Dillon.
That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. C.J. Ham, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Tennessee offense set to go again. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Carter throwing to start the drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Carter on third down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Back to throw is Carter. To throw on second down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Draw play. This is Henry. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Henry up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Carter now looking to throw on second down.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Robert Woods, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th.
Love's throw complete here to Kmet. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We all love that that can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Back to Dillon on first down.
Running right through it. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Love now.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Love from the gun. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And a short gain here down to the 22. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Love looking to throw it. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. Touchdown Bears! Cole Kmet, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. To throw on 2nd down. Carter.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A first down carry for Henry.
And he'll get this to the 32.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running left, it's Henry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Henry running right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
138 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And he stopped immediately there. To throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Now Carter from the gun on 3rd down. And it's a Titans touchdown.
Bryan Edwards from 13 yards out. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, going to the air with Love.
Over the middle, complete.
That's Watkins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
To the air again, Love. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Love. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Bears' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now this one over the middle into the hands of this tight end, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here's Love.
And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Love. Escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Love looking to throw.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
And they're singing in the Music City. The Tennessee Titans are your Super Bowl champions. And when this this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.